The words in Isaiah 53, written in the 6th century before Christ, describe so well the Messiah's service and purpose of life. I was asking myself, how is it possible that a prophet living in the era of the daily sacrifices in the temple in Jerusalem will see that one man will be able to replace a whole order of ceremonial rituals? Was it because it was a time when Israel did not look into the essence and the meaning of the sacrifices? And now the prophet spoke clearly of what was to come.
Prophecies are very special. They bring so much meaning, but could also confuse, like with the parables, for those that have ears to listen. Isaiah 53 is all about Christ's substitution for my death. In the previous lessons we looked at the technology in the sanctuary, but blood from lambs, bulls, goats is not going to do anything other than creating a bigger mess. This is where things get real.
The goal of the incarnation is the death of the Son. Only through the suffering of death could Jesus become the author of salvation. But wasn't there any other satisfying option for salvation? No. The penalty of sin is death.
We would all like it to be another way. But this thought was even in the base of the deception for our sin. Nothing is going to happen to you. Things will be even better. But the fact is that there are consequences. And we can't exist without a connection to the source of life. As you said, sin, death. Unless the Son of God takes our place. Nothing else can make it work. Moses was a very humble and good man. When his people sinned against God, he pleaded to take their place. But God explained that it doesn't work this way. His life couldn't save them.
Blood. Blood is a dirty word today. Nobody wants to hear about it. People fear listening to the news, full of 24 hours reports of wars and soldiers dying, boys or girls being killed or sexually harassed. Why would we want to look at the blood of Christ in a spiritual way? How can we see the beauty in the ugliness? After all, blood is very real. It has a smell. It has a life in it. But without it, we would not have any chance to have our sins forgiven.
My kids are scared and afraid to watch movies about Christ's death. They're saddened to even talk about it. The reality of sin and its consequences, it's ugly. The beauty is in the solution. Have you ever experienced someone else to take your punishment? I don't think that this can be described or given justice with words. It's something that only the heart can really appreciate. It's impossible to leave you unchanged.
Can I buy the sacrifice of Christ? Can I own it so that I can pull it out of my pocket as a shield when I need it? It doesn't work that way. But if I can build and maintain a relationship of faith with God, then Jesus' sacrifice has power and value in my life, and I would not drift away from God.
I'm not sure is this intentional or not, but this lesson is the center of the whole topic of the quarter. There were 6 lessons before, and there are 6 more after this one. I truly believe that Christ's sacrifice, a substitution for me, is the single most important message in the world. Many attempts have been made to prophanize it. Paul is also warning about the danger that Christ's sacrifice can be gradually taken for granted. But there is so much power in it. And the question is, what will we do with it?
These were our thoughts on the lesson. Join us next time when we're going to look at Christ as our priest.